What's up, guys? Synthetic Division here. So today's video is going to be a bit of a talking head. So if you got a miner set up somewhere, or you're working on something, just go ahead and put this on play and do what you do. This one's going to be a bit of a crazy one, and I'm trying to be objective as possible in this. So I'm just going to state the facts out there, and then I'll give my opinion at the end. But this is the only time I think I'll ever have to do this, I hope. But real quick, this is a quick legal disclaimer. This video is for informational and commentary purposes only. All opinions are my own based on public information. This is not legal advice. Do your own research. So here we go. Let's get started. On February 11, 2026, Bolt Engineering GmbH filed for EU trademarks, Bitaxe, NerdAxe, NerdMiner, and NerdQaxe plus variations. If you don't know, NerdAxe is the variations that are direct forks of the original Bitaxe project developed with the community and with improvements like the displays and firmware and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and look at this real quick and I'll show you. So this is Bolt Engineering GmbH, which is also solomining.de. So this is their 8 trademarks that they currently have right here. So trademark number 1 is Bitax. And this is a registered trademark. This is a class 9, so this covers a lot of broad hardware and stuff like that. If you need to know what a class 9 is, literally just search class 9 trademark and it'll tell you. They also trademarked Copperzilla on the... Now, I want you to look at this one real quick because the filing date was pretty early, 6/23/2025 on that one. So, they also trademarked Hashpunk, which is a bummer because I love that name. That's such a cool name. They are also in the application part of Bitaxe, and this one was 2/11/2026. It's published, so there is time to oppose it. 3/20/2026, NerdAxe, NerdQaxe, NerdMiner, and Heatpunk are all in the open stage still. They can be opposed. So, later on in April 14, 2026, they filed a counterfeit complaint with Google against Bitaxe.de. So this is the statement from the description from the counterfeit claim. This website, Bitaxe.de, is selling products under my registered trademark, Bitax, without authorization. The domain name and products listing falsely suggest an official source. This impersonates my brand, uses my trademark without my permission, and misleadingly claims made in Germany. Additionally, the legal imprint contains false information and a non-existent address. This constitutes trademark infringement, counterfeit marketing, and consumer deception. So I'll leave links to these down below, guys, just in case you need them. This is the websites they're referring to, and this is all Bitaxe.de's product pages. I'm not going to go to their site simply because it's in German, and I don't feel like trying to highlight it, but there it is. So here's the problem with this, guys, right here. So this case highlights a key tension in open source projects, okay? The Copyleft license versus trademark, okay? Now, Bitaxe hardware designs, firmware, are open source, most likely under a GPL or similar Copyleft license. This means anyone can use them legally, modify them, build them, and sell the designs as long as they keep the source open. However, trademarks are completely separate from Copyleft. Even if the project is fully open source, the name Bitaxe can still be trademarked and enforced, okay? So many in the community view Bolt's actions as trademark squatting. I know I do. I know other people have mentioned that. Filing for a popular open source name in the first to file jurisdiction, like the EU, and then using it against others. This is the same system that caused the damaging Arduino trademark war years ago. Like, I want to say it was like 14/17 or 15/16, something like that, but that's what happened. So I posted my previous video on X. It was kind of a commentary video going through the comments and stuff like that. And Skot had actually popped on there and said, you know, on it, commented on it, and I had asked Scott. I said, "Hey, what's your guys' official stance on this? Because it seems kind of crappy, man. Like, you know." And Scott replied that this is a dispute between companies and not the responsibility of the open source Bitaxe project. And then we continued that conversation for a brief period of time, and then he blocked me. There's a screenshot of that block on my X profile at sin_division. So if you don't know who Skot is the creator of Bitaxe, probably the most influential figure in OSMU. And a portion of Bitaxe sales go into the OSMU treasury, which has faced criticisms for limited transparency. Okay. The situation is further complicated by visible ties between Bolt Engineering, solomining.de, and WantClue, who's another key member of OSMU with multiple collabs and giveaways with solomining.de and the official project. So yeah, this is kind of crazy. So basically, this is kind of what I'm thinking here, guys. All of this kind of creates this ugly picture of strong action against squatters in the U.S. because Skot has publicly stated that they're trying to fight the trademark squatters in the U.S., okay? But then complete silence in the EU. So, I mean, that question's like, what's going on here? In my opinion, it feels like Bolt Engineering is trademark squatting in the EU. And since we still haven't gotten any strong official response from Skot or OSMU on this specific filing, we don't actually know where they truly stand, okay? Yesterday morning, I jumped on the town hall, actually because a member had said, hey, man, they're talking about some new ASICs that might be hitting the Bitaxe ecosystem. And I was like, okay, cool. So I hopped down there, and I didn't mention anything about the trademark thing. I actually had asked about the new ASICs, like the whole reason I got into the Bitaxe and NerdAxe and these kind of miners was the fact that they were repurposing old mining hardware, which I think is awesome. The recycling part. Again, I'm not I'm not like a eco-friendly person, but I'm like, hey, this is great. No more e-waste, and this stuff can get reused on a not necessarily open source, but on a private use thing. You don't have to be this mega corp to use a little Bitaxe, you know. And so Scott had actually brought up the trademark thing, and he had mentioned a little bit about Copyleft, how that protects Bitaxe, the project, and how that didn't say how much, but in saying, that it costs a lot to fight back against like trademark squatters in the U.S. One of the trademarks that are held in the U.S. is the Bitaxe. Some of the Bitaxe stuff held by a Chinese company, crazy enough. And so he kind of mentioned that, but he never directly addressed this particular filing. And yeah, so after that, I'd went into my videos, and WantClue had actually left me a video basically just telling me I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. And that was it, kind of hostile. And I'm like, whatever, dude. Like, it's fine. I get it. You're not happy about me bringing up your name in that video because it was there on the posts, you know what I mean? So, and then just this morning, to top it all off, Bitaxe DE posted on X detailing how Google notified them of a counterfeit complaint, how solomining.de has also filed a copyright complaint with their hosting provider without any direct contact, and how Bitaxe.de believes that this is a part of a broader attempt to hijack the Bitaxe project in Europe and push out legitimate contenders. So this is escalating quickly, guys. But let's just kind of finalize my thoughts on this, okay? At the end of the day, this is all my personal opinion, okay? I don't really care if something's open source or closed source, as long as they're not stealing my information or the community's work. I'm good. Like, what I care about is the fairness, transparency, and a healthy community where, small builders, sellers, innovators aren't getting squeezed out by aggressive corporate tactics. The whole situation feels, to me, this particular situation, especially in the EU, is like it's moving away from that decentralized, community-driven project that got like me involved in it, and it moved towards the typical industry politics. yeah, so like it just doesn't. It's just not a. Okay, couple of things real quick before I close this up. The optics are horrible. Okay, so I feel like OSMU and Skot really need to make a statement about this particular filing. This is a very effective, and it can affect a lot of things in the EU if all these filings go through. But at the end of the day, it needs to be addressed. Okay. Just so you know, I probably won't be making videos like this very often. I'd rather much be building, modding, mining, doing janky stuff with my content. I feel like this was just a situation that it doesn't directly affect me as a consumer, but I feel like for the modders and the builders and the guys in the EU, this could hurt them. And you know, it's really, it's kind of a slippery slope. So anyways, guys, do your own research. So support the vendors and creators you believe in. Keep building, keep modding, keep speaking up when something doesn't seem right. The whole reason I kind of just voiced my opinion on this was it doesn't feel right. It feels ugly. So anyways, guys, that's it for this video. I appreciate taking the time. We have some cool content coming up. I've got some new miners that I just received that I'll be doing some content about, and I got some other junk that I purchased off Amazon, and I've been buying used miners from sellers on eBay. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching the video. Peace out.